Good morning, this is Rabbi Shlomo, Furst here at Yeshiva Tsama Nafshi in Yerushalyim here at HaKodesh. We're located on HaKodesh number 6. Beit Knesset of Chanukah Yeshiva is not too far from the central bus station, so we're located easily. You can walk, drive, take a bus from there if you like, and if you're coming from Chutz La'aretz, please stop in and join us for our shir. We'd love to have you participate. We're learning here the beginning of the morning here, usually about 9 o'clock or so. We have breakfast and coffee for your enjoyment, and we have Torah for your enrichment. And we're in the middle of getting ready for Purim, 1 week away. The Midrash Tanchuma and Parshas Shmini, the Midrash speaks about the importance of Zakenim, elders, sages for Klal Yisrael, comparing Klal Yisrael to an oif, just like a bird is not able to fly without its wings. Klal Yisrael, ein yokel asos davar below Zakenim. Klal Yisrael can't make a move without its sages, its Zakenim, its elders. And now we, after speaking briefly about the importance of elders, now the Medrash turns to wine, because we brought an example of Noah that was tripped up by his involvement with wine. And it's going to go on and speak about some of the other dangers of over-drinking with wine. Let's we'll begin maybe over here by Noah. It said here, the first word in the line is biyayin. It's about 11 lines down or something. Yeah. Ki amar chazal.
כי אמר חז"ל, כי שתו יין היו. לפיכך ציווה הקדוש ברוך הוא, האחר השם נתתן להיזהר, להזהיר את היין שנראה יין ושכר על שת.
This is the tzivah, the command that HaKodesh gave to Aaron and the Kohanim, that they're not supposed to do their avodah while they're under the influence of any alcohol. And that took place right after the deaths of Aaron's sons.
עתה הקדוש ברוך הוא יזהרו על היין, ראו מה עשה נוח שהוא התחיל לא גזזה יין וגרם לו להביא קללה על זרעו, שנאמר בראשית ט' ויאמר ארור כנען ולקח נזהר מן היין, כי היין מביא את האדם לכל עבירות שבעולם, לזנות
Znud and Shvikas Gummy. Shindal, Shvikas Gummy.
ולגניבה לכל עבירות שבעולם. הלא משמח לב האדם ומשרתו, הכתוב, כמו שהקורא בתורה שנאמר בתהילים כ"ד, ביין ישמח לבב אנוש. ואמר בתהילים י"ט, פקודי השם ישרים ושמחי לב, ועוד כי לעסוק בתורה ובפקודותיו, והנה יתחיל גן עדן, כמו שנאמר בדברים ל', כי היא חייך באורך ימיך, ויזכור ועוד שהיין בו הוא יושב בשמחה כמו שהוא יושב בגן עדן, כמו ההוא ובחסדה.
Okay, so now we're going to go into my The Medrash is dealing with a question. It says that there are terrible things, all of areas of Shabbat, any area you can imagine that can be done in this world can be accelerated and made possible by the influence of wine. Right? Nevertheless, it says in Psukim that the wine is very valuable to people. It makes them happy. And not only that, the Medrash equates the power of wine to make people happy with the power of Torah to make people happy. A tremendous equivalence. You don't see many things that can match Torah in their ability to make people happy. Right? So, nevertheless, you see that there is a big warning about getting involved with wine. And more than that, the Medrash says, when a person is involved with Torah, right, that gives him the ability that he's getting close to inheriting Gan Eden. And similarly, Od Shaya Bo Yain Yoshe B'Simcha, when a person's happy with drinking wine, Kamoshu Yoshe began he has the feel he's actually like he's feeling like he's in Gan Eden. So, right, people drink wine, it's like they feel like they're in Gan Eden, right? And when people are learning Torah, they're very happy. And when people are drinking wine, they're very happy, right? So you see, wine is very powerful in its ability to make people happy. Nevertheless, the Torah warns us that you got to be careful because you can come to a lot of averos through drinking wine. And as we're going to see now, right, there's a Mais Shahoyev, the Talmud Hava Chosid, the Talmud, there was a certain Talmud Chacham, and he was a Chosid, a very pious person. We're almost right there in the middle of the page. Yeah. It starts at Hahu Talmud, the Hava Chosid. It was a certain Talmud, and he was a Chosid, he was very pious, right?
Abba Ushte Chamra, Tova, V'chol Eden, Dave, Nafil, V'shuka, Oto V'an On Maya.
Oh, so it says so. This Talmud, right? He was a chassid, very pious, and his father Shosi Chamer Toivi, he drank a lot of wine. He was a drunkard. His father was a drunkard, right? Who would call Igan the Haben Nafil Mishuka, and he would always be found there, wallowing in the Bowery, right? He was in the Bowery. The guy was there.
He spit on the windshields and he was wiping the windows.
Yeah, you were there. That's that.
You never had that?
Yeah, what kind of thing? Yeah. And so what would they have? So he would be there, wallowing in the street there, in the Bowery of the town, right? And making they would come and they would maching, they would hit him. Yasi ba'avni v'tzrus. They would throw upon him rocks and pebbles. Like the people there, the kids around, right? The kids would see him and they make fun of him. And he's a drunk. He's wallowing in the street, and they throw rocks and pebbles, right? Go ahead. Chazuz, meaning to see, this is Aramaic. Chazuz, see, shikhr, see this drunk. They would make a spectacle out of him. They'd take a look at this drunk. They'd throw rocks and pebbles and scream at him. And he was drunk, he didn't know what was happening. And they say, take a look at this drunk.
כשראה בנו החסיד הוא מחרים ושואל את נפשו למות, וכל יום אומר לו, אבא, אני אשגר ויביאו לך ביתך וכל היין שמוכרים במדינה, ולא תלך לשתות בכל יין וכל שאתה עושה חרפה.
Okay, one second. So the chassid would see this. He would see that he was a tzaddik, the son of his. They would go by. He would see what's going on with his father. His father's there and drunk in the street. And they're throwing pebbles at him, taking fun of him, and screaming at him. Look at this drunk and this drunk. And he would show la nafsho. This chassid would say to himself, "Oh yeah, he was so upset and embarrassed and had such suffering for what his father was going through." He was almost ready to die over the whole thing. He would say to his father, every day he would say to his father, Ani eshker listen, I'll bring you any kind of wine you want in the house. Stay in the house, right? I'll bring any wine you want, just stay in the house. Don't go to the bar. Just don't go to the bar. You're making a busha, a klima, a laughing stock of me, from you as well. It's a terrible busha to us. Just don't go to the bar. Bring anything you want in the house. You say, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. Do it once or twice, yeah. Go. Right, he kept talking to him, and the son kept. He couldn't convince his father all at once. There was an eitzah One of my rabbis, Chaim Dolotuski Zatzal, taught us is if you want to convince somebody of something, and you know they're misnagik, you know they're really not interested in doing it. You know, you're going to have a lot of opposition to it. So don't hit them all at once with the whole plan. Talk about it and this and that around agav. They get used to hearing the idea, you know, like, and then finally, then when you hit them with the question, right, then they can be more accepting to the proposition.
For working around the wall, beating around the bush, right?
Yeah. You can't knock down the tree, so you have to work around it. You have to, you know, speaking of, like, let's say a person wants to do something, so he has to convince somebody to fund it or to go with him or to do something. So he says, I read about this place and it's a nice place, and the next day you say, the advertising this, and come the next day this, this, this way, that way. Finally get the idea. There's a place.
It's their idea at the end.
Yeah. Right. He says, finally, it's such a nice idea, very good. But if you tell them, want to go to Honolulu for Pesach, Honolulu Pesach, what's going on? What you got in mind trying to do such a thing like that? They'll say no, and then once they say no, they're committed to what they said. To convince them otherwise is a more difficult job. So you just speak about it, and then finally, you say, man, it's not a bad idea. So that's what he said. He talked to him once about it, twice, b'kol yom. Every day he mentioned it. Ad shomer aviv shiasa kamo shomer. Right? The father finally said, okay, I'll do what you want. Okay?
שלא ילך לשתות בבית היין. What do they call בית היין? It's another word.
A bar.
A bar.
Well, base mishta, base
מזבח.
Base mishta sometimes could be like where they're having a feast, things like this. But
Bet the yain means only wine.
that was it.
וכן עשה החסיד שהוא עושה לו בכל יום, בכל לילה, ומאכל ומשתה משנו ממיטתו, ואחר הולך לו. פעם אחת.
So what happens? So this chassid would do this. You bring the wine, you give him drink and food, and he go finally fall asleep and fall asleep in his bed. And then the chassid would go. His father is safe and sound, drunk in his own bed, and he's not making a laughing stock and a mazoy and a disgrace out of himself and the family. It's okay, very good. So far so good. Pamakas.
פעם אחת היה ירד מטר ויצא חסיד לשוק, והיה הולך לבית הכנסת לתפילה, וראה סוחר אחד, שיכור אחד, שהוא שוכב בשוק, באמת
Va'amas hamayim
ירד עליו.
Okay, so he says, so one time the chassid went out to the shuk and he was going to the base knesset to daven, and on the way to his davening, he saw a drunkard, right? He was there sitting down in the shuk. Va'amasamai was like in the water there, the Amasamai, and the Amasamai was the sewer. They had open sewers in those. They didn't have sewers underground. The Amasamai was the sewer, and the sewer water was pouring over him. Bochrim, Lenorim, go ahead.
הבוחרים נוערים מכין אותו באבנים, בצרורים, ומשליכים חומר לפניו ובתוך פיו.
So the Bukhurim, the young ones and the teenagers, they were throwing on him and hitting him with stones and pebbles. Umashli chomer. Chomer means soya. They were throwing soya before him in his face and they were throwing soya into his mouth, right?
כרז כששמע זה החסיד, אמר לבוא, הלך לאבא, לאבינו, לכאן, ויראה לו את זה.
So he said, the chassid saw this spectacle, this drunkening, such absolute tremendous disgrace and bizyonis. So the chassid said to himself, I'm going to go to my father and I'm going to bring him here and I'm going to show him this shikr.
אשר החטא שעושים ממנו, והבוחרים והנערים אולי ימנע פיו לשתות בבית היין ולהשתכר. ולכן עשה...
So he said to himself, I'm going to take him and bring him to show him this shikr and show him this great disgrace and all what the buffering, the teenagers and the boys are doing to him. Maybe this will prevent him from drinking in the bar and getting drunk. Maybe it'll try, it'll help him break the habit. He's an alcoholic. The guy's an alcoholic. So his son's trying to desperately find ways to try and help his father out of his alcoholism. And he says, maybe we'll take a look at this drunk. And he might just decide to realize what's happening to him when he's in a state like that. And maybe he'll stop drinking so much.
He'll be a good boy.
Yeah.
וכן עשו,
You know something.
וכן עשה, הביאו לשם ויראו לו.
Oh, so he did. That's what he did. He brought him there, brought him to the shuk, showed him this drunk, and showed him, take a look at this drunk. Right? Ma'asa. Go ahead.
אז כן, הלך אצל השיכור ושאל לו, באיזה בית שתה אותו היין שהיה משתכר בו. ואמר לו,
So the
see which body drink.
So what did the father do? The father saw this drunk, so he went over to the shikar, the drunk, and he asked him,
That's good stuff.
With such good stuff,
Where'd you get it?
what place did he get
I'm coming.
Such good stuff, where'd you get it from? He says, oh, they had a sense of humor.
אמר לו בנו החסיד, אבא, בשביל זה קראתך, אלא שתראה החרפה שעושים לזה, כי כן עושים לך בעת שאתה שותה, אולי שתמנע מפיך לשתות בבית היין.
So the son says, this is what I asked, this is what I brought you for. I said to the father, Abba, for this I brought you here, Ella the roasted, the herp, I brought you to see the disgrace, what's happening to this guy. So this is the same thing that happens to you when you get drunk as well. You're in the same boat. Maybe you'll stop going to the bars and drinking. That's what I brought you to take a look. Maybe you'll stop drinking. I'm a lawyer.
אומר לו, בני חיה, אין לי תענוג בגן עדן אלא זה ששמע החסיד ערך, לא למפח.
So the father said, he was honest. He says, look, I'll tell you, he took bechaya, he takes a shvur. Ainli taina with gan eden elazeh. He says, I have no great pleasure and there's no gan eden except this. The guy, is mamish in heaven, right? He's in heaven. These were in reality. He's in the sewer, and he thinks he's in Gan Eden. Do you realize what wine does to a person? He says this is he takes a shvur. This is his Gan Eden. And the reality is he's in the sewer. He's being thrown dirt and mess and excrement and stones, and he's being cursed at and everything like this. And he says this is his Gan Eden.
מהתורה, כי היין שיצא מגופו ועיגון בא בגופו, וזה יצא זה וזה בא.
So it says, אלא לא בשמחת היין הפקידים. It says here, right. אבל לא בשמחת היין הפקידים. We're not commanded for the simchas of yain. Torah ki hayayin ki and Torah ki because hayayin, right? She yotze megufoi when the wine finally leaves his goof, when he's finally got the wine out of his system, v'yadon ba, then all the pain and suffering comes, belibo in his heart. V'zeh yotze, the wine goes, and then zeba, and then all the disgrace and the suffering
What's
comes.
the higon mean?
Higion is the pain of suffering.
והתורה ומצווה הוא העונג.
The Torah and the mitzvahs, that is the pleasure and the joy that's in this world and the next world.
בדברים למד, כי היא חיוך חייך, בעולם הזה ובעולם הבא, שכל אורך ועוד תמצא קורבנות שאומר בכבשים ושני כבשים, בני שנה תמימים, ובלחם שני עשרונים, ויין רביעית היין, כך מעט היו מקריבים להודיע דרך ארץ, כי יין הרבה מביא את האדם לידי חץ.
A lot of wine. It's not just wine. That's a lot of wine. A person getting involved with a lot of wine, right? It's going to bring a person to chet, transgressions, b'tzara gedolah,
בצרה גדולה, חסרון,
Soren Keys.
שנאמר במשלי כ"ג, אל תראה יין
It's Adam.
כי ייתן בכוס, יתארך משמרים
B'meisharim.
בביתו, שלא יהיה בביתו.
Okay, so it says here, that it's going to be, what's going to come out of a person's getting involved with wine in abundance, much too much. It's going to bring him to sin, Tsara, and suffering, and great suffering. V'chasar and kis, he's going to lose a lot of money over this. Why? Because it says in Mishlei, Al Kir Yain, don't look at wine, ki is adem, because it'll make you red. When you put your eye, when you take a look at, put your eyes to the kais, I mean, that's what you're interested in. You look at the cup of wine. It's how like the Meishar and the Beso. You're going to be going directly to your house. You can go to your house and you're not going to have anything to cook. Why? What did you do with all your money? You spent it on how many guys they get their paycheck on Erev Shabbos? Talking about the Goyim, they get their paycheck on Erev Shabbos on Friday night.
Not there really.
Right? He comes home, the wife says, "Where's the money?" He's drunk. He says, "Don't ask any questions. These are good zets." Right? That's Friday nights.
That's right.
No joke. That's what happened.
That's right.
Rabbi Miller says that on Friday nights you could hear the difference between the Jewish communities and the Goyish. The Jewish communities, everyone sings Miros, right? And in the next block over, so all the women are screaming.
דבר אחר, כי ייתן בכוס, אל תקריא בכוס, אלא בכיס.
So what's it mean? It says this is darshing the pasuk. When the pasuk says eating, because when you put your eye into the cup, I'll take because don't read it kois, kaf alakis, meaning your pocket, meaning your wallet. Why?
כי נותן בכיס, אין רע.
You're putting into your keys, your wallet, and iron raw.
לכן תמצא בבית אפרים שאומר, הושעיה זין,
B'nei Ephraim, it says over there by the pasuk.
שאומר, והיא אפרים כיונה, אותה ואין לב. למה בשביל?
They're lacking, they're like a Yonah. Both they're like a dove that has no lave.
בשביל ששותים יין עבה ואומר, אוי, עטרת גאות
Shokri Ephraim, the drunkards of Ephraim.
ישעיהו כ"ח, ועוד מצאנו כי לאיש ולאישה אמר, הכתוב להוציא את בנם ולהרגם באבנים, שנאמר דברים כ"א, כי יהיה לאיש בן סורר מורה, ותפשו בו אביו ואמו, וכל זה דמה בשביל שיצא לתרבות רע. שיהיה מוציא ממונו ובנו ויעשו עבירות, יתחייב למיתה. וקודם שיתחייב למיתה ותפסו בן בו אביו ואמו וגומר וירגמו כל אנשי עירו וכו'. ודעו כי רעה גדולה יש לשתות יין הרבה, וכמה בשר יאכל יותר מאדם האחד בשביל שהוא חייב מיתה ליטר אחד.
All this tremendous suffering from the Ben Soromora comes about because his desire to drink wine and eat meat.
וכתב אחד אומר, אל תהיה סובעי יין,
בסורי יין,
בזולי בשר דמו, משלי כ"ג, מהו למו, כלומר למו, עושים הרע שמוצאים ממונם והולכים לחרפה, וסוף דבר שיתחייבו מיתה בעולם הזה ובעולם הבא.
So that's the end of what wine can do to a person.
Destroy a person.
Yeah, you don't have to go too far. You probably,
That's my chavruta is that last night. Did you ever see a Talmud Chacham, an Avrech that's drunk, that he's mamash malay? He says, he never saw something so nice. He says, mamash, all of a sudden, he says, you see how much he knows, mamash. He says, not everybody gets, so many people get drunk, other stuff, and mamash, where did you get this movie from yesterday?
Which one?
In Hitler.
Wow, I just get them and I send them out. Some, yeah, it was very nice.
What, the Persian thing?
Yeah.
No,
The version with the hanging of the Nazis.
Yeah,
yeah. Very interesting.
That's send that.
And then what?
Where'd you get it from?
Some a friend of mine sent to me.
It's very nice, very interesting.
by the Nuremberg trials.
Yeah.
Had the connection with
With Purim, yeah. The 10. The 10 and 10.
Yeah. A Moloch's a Moloch, you can't get away with it.
Should you just struck all these people in Moloch, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
No, Moloch today is ISIS, right?
I have no idea. Okay, good. So when you finish the Medrash, so that gives us a couple of insights into wine and its ups and downs. And we'll continue now in a few minutes with the Mishnah Berurah.
Thank you.